Hello Internet, and welcome to my live reaction for Boruto Naruto Next Generations, Chapter 49. When we last left our heroes, we saw the ending of the fight between Koji and Isshiki, as Koji narrowly escaped death by reverse summoning himself with the summoning toad, I guess back to Mount Miyaboku, but we're not entirely sure. Hopefully we'll see more of him as he deals with the fact that Amado basically left him for dead. But either way, Isshiki decided to go to the Leaf Village to hurry up and put a new comma into Kawaki before Jigen's body gives out. So that's where we leave off, with Isshiki just floating over the Leaf Village. We open with our color cover of Isshiki with a really cool background. A mix of like yellow on the top and black on the bottom. Has kind of like sun and night sky vibe. It's real cool. Anyway, chapter 49, Prepared. We open with a little boy, like, pulling on, his, like, parent's sweater, I guess. Pulling on, like, the sleeve. The parent looks up, huh? What is that? And we see it's Isshiki, floating in the sky. And a Leaf Village, like, police member, I guess, runs out, or just a ninja. Everybody, an emergency alert has been issued. What? Please stay calm and evacuate as directed. And Isshiki looks down into the street, and we see he activates a Byakugan. And he's looking through all the buildings. Even with the Byakugan letting me see through walls, it's like looking for a needle in a haystack. Too inefficient. We're now back with Team Naruto. The police force has started evacuating civilians. Good. At top speed, okay? Also, this is Shikamaru, by the way. Only Lord 7th and Uchiha Sasuke will deal with Otsutsuki. No one else is to engage. Pass on the word. Roger. Naruto gets up. Alright, I'm heading out. Dad! Naruto looks back. Don't keep making me repeat myself, Boruto. You're to evacuate with everyone else. Going on ahead, Sasuke. We see, in case you had not kept track of the timeline, they're still in the room where they were interrogating Amado. Kawaki is still on the ground. Isshiki just showed up here. No time to waste. Which fits with his current situation. Anyway, I'm going on ahead, Sasuke. And Sai calls after him, Naruto! Dad! And Sasuke just watches him leave. And we see more shinobi are like helping with the evacuation. Quickly now, this way, stay calm. And Isshiki just lands behind one of them. And two of the shinobi turn back to look at him. And Isshiki just casually says, I'm looking for someone. A boy named Kawaki. Do you happen to know where he is? And the shinobi glares at him, and he throws some shuriken at him. And the other one says to him, Stop it, you fool. We don't have permission to engage. But Isshiki just strings down the shuriken like it's nothing. And the two of them are just like stare in shock, and the shuriken reappear in the chest of the other one. And in the head. Oh fuck, he's dead. He's super dead. And he drops to his knees. Grr! I guess he's not that dead if he's still grunting. But then Isshiki turns to the first shinobi. Sorry, but I'm in a rush. I need the answer to my question now, or else a civilian will be the next casualty. And then he looks at Isshiki. We haven't been told anything. Fine. I appreciate you not wasting my time or yours. Just point me in the direction of those who do know, then. So it looks like Ishiki's just gonna let this guy live. Which, like, I guess does... Because I'm very much comparing this to the Invasion of Pain, of course. That's the most recent invasion of Konoha we have. And the big difference here is Pain was not running on borrowed time. He had time to just, like, kill people. Isshiki has... We honestly don't know how long. Like, I'm not sure if it's days or only hours before he dies. But he does not have long to live before, he has to catch Kawaki. So anyway, then we got to Naruto jumping along the rooftops. The enemy is currently near the main gate. One combatant is down, injured, and Naruto just grunts. bastard. Then we're back with Shikamaru, Sai, and Kawaki. And Sai is like picking up Kawaki over his shoulder, and Shikamaru tells him, "We need to get moving too. Gah, no rest for the wicked." And Sai gets up and turns to Shikamaru. "There's an unused Black Ops underground facility. It's not listed in any of the village's public records, and there's little chance even our shinobi know about it. Let's take Kawaki there for now." And Shikamaru turns to Amado. "You come along with us. You're a traitor to him. If he sees you, he'll likely attack." And Amado turns to them. "I forgot to mention it, but he has Byakugan. Won't we stand out if we're underground, since he can see through walls?" And Sai turns to him. "Thanks for the warning, but the facility is well protected against such abilities, so no worries." "I see. Alright, I'll take you up on your offer then." And then Shikamaru turns to Sasuke. "Thanks, Sasuke. Sorry we're always depending on you two." "It can't be helped, though the load's a bit heavy this time." And Shikamaru turns to leave. "Come on, Boruto, let's go. Don't be any more of a burden on them." And Boruto pauses for a moment. And then he looks at Sasuke. And Sasuke says, "Shikamaru, I need a minute with him. Go on ahead." And so Shikamaru leaves. Boruto just kind of pauses there silently. Then we cut back to Isshiki, who is zooming around somewhere. He passes by, some buildings, and he notices something. And he sees Naruto flying towards him. There we go. Here it comes, the rematch. Though, again, does Naruto really stand a chance after he got beat by Isshiki in a weakened state? But anyway, Isshiki stops. The Hokage? And he kind of, it's interesting, though. He has to, seemingly physically, skid to a stop in midair, which is an interesting thing. And then Naruto also lands, and he looks up at Isshiki, and the two of them stare each other down. That is a cool shot. That is an early contender for a thumbnail. And Isshiki looks down at him. "My, what a surprise. I didn't think you'd escape my sealing jutsu." "Oh, did he not know?" I guess because he didn't know that Boro was dead. So I guess he still thought Naruto and Sasuke were in the other dimension. Alright. Naruto looks up at him. "So you're Isshiki?" And then we're back with Sasuke. "To be honest, it'll be tough for Naruto and me to take him down by ourselves." "Huh? We couldn't even make a dent against Jigen. That's the reality of the situation. You were right." And Boruto pauses for a moment and looks down at his Kama. And Sasuke notices that. "I heard about what happened during the battle against Boro. Sarada said that you underwent a change and took him down using incredible power." And Boruto pauses before he tells everything to Sasuke. "My mind was foggy while it was going on, so I don't remember anything real well, but it was like I was watching someone else move and fight using my body. I didn't understand it back then, but now, based on what Amado said, I know that it was Momoshiki." So yeah, now Boruto's figured out what we all figured out months ago, that Momoshiki possessed him to kill Boro. And Sasuke just looks at him. "By the time I came to, Boro had been blown to bits already. It was totally insane power. If I could only control it." And Sasuke tells him, "The karma's extraction has probably progressed quite far, which also means you may be starting to not be yourself." And Boruto takes that in, looks while still glaring at his palm. "The thought of dying in battle scares me, but I'm still prepared for it, like every other ninja. It's just, if my body gets taken over and I stop being myself, I don't know." Here's another good contender for thumbnail. Though y'all already know what the thumbnail is, so I don't know why I occasionally bring this up. But sometimes the chapter just has a slew of really good thumbnail options. Anyway, and I stopped being myself. I don't know what I might do to everyone. He, grips his shirt. That scares me even more. And Sasuke just watches him. And then we cut back to Naruto and Isshiki. And Isshiki glares down at him. "I hadn't expected to see your face here. I can't believe Boro failed." Naruto looks up at him. We've got lots of outstanding shinobi. If you're getting cold feet, feel free to go on home. Oh, I shall. After I'm done. So, where is Kawaki? Forget about him. Let's pick up where we left off, and settle things once and for all. If you insist. And he just crushes a building next to Naruto. And it crumbles. I think there are people still in there. So he just, killed a lot of them. And everyone runs away from the wreckage. Wah! This way, hurry! You bastard! Stop it! No problem. I'll stop. As soon as you produce Kawaki. So again, we see here, he's only doing this as a way to get Naruto to the bargaining table as fast as possible, because he does not have time to play games. He is, he only has so much time before he just kind of dies. Anyway, Naruto jumps up. Damn it! And he immediately goes, Nine-Tails Cloak Sage mode, and tries to punch Isshiki, but Isshiki floats out of the way, and kicks Naruto back to the ground, and he lands on a rooftop, and then jumps up, cracking the roof beneath him. And he, I think, maybe the roof cracks under his weight or something, but as he, lands on the ground, Isshiki appears right in front of him and kicks him, sending him through multiple buildings, and Naruto finally stops amid the rubble. Damn it, he's gonna destroy the village! And he looks up to see Isshiki coming down for a kick on him. Gah! And as Isshiki gets closer, Sasuke does the thing, the swappy thing, and Sasuke has appeared. I was kind of curious why, before I saw the Sasuke thing, we have the panel of Isshiki going towards Naruto, and then we have another panel in a less active framing of it. And of course, it's for the contrast when Sasuke appears in Ishiki's spot. And yeah, Isshiki lands somewhere further away, and Sasuke goes to glare him down. Sasuke and Naruto together once again. Maybe for the last time, if the fast forward is something to go by. Anyway, Isshiki looks at the two of them. Annoying Rinnegan. Naruto tells him, "You're late, Sasuke." "Sorry, I had to prepare myself." "Huh? What do you mean? You had jitters? That's not like you." That's almost certainly not what he means, Naruto. But Isshiki just kind of hand on his hip, looks at them. "You just don't give up. You've forgotten how badly I beat you?" And Sasuke tells Naruto, "Naruto, cover me with throwing weapons. Shuriken, kunai, it doesn't matter." "Huh?" And Sasuke just starts running at Isshiki with all the shurikens. And Isshiki, interestingly, jumps up instead of shrinking them. Maybe that means something? But Naruto realizes he's got a plan. He says questioningly, like he's never imagined a plan before. But then Naruto keeps throwing some more shuriken. Sukuna Hikuna. And this time he does shrink them, which is curious. It's no use, he's shrinking all of them. But this time Sasuke throws him shuriken. Then he shrinks those. Uchiha, what are you doing? And then Sasuke draws his sword and throws it at Isshiki. His blade? Same difference. Oh, he's gonna swap places. I think, that's my guess. He's gonna swap places with the sword. Oh no, he tries to use Sukuna Hikuna on the blade. Huh? I can't shrink it? Oh, it's the same fucking thing he did against Zabuza! It's Boruto, transformed as the sword! Oh fuck! Which again, would be what could tip the balance in this fight. Even if it might make Boruto more Momoshiki. I don't know. What? And Naruto calls out, "Boruto! The jutsu can shrink anything, except living creatures, right?" I also love that Boruto has put back on Sasuke's headband when he makes his move. "Transformation jutsu, you snarky brat." And then we get a flashback, or kind of like a voiceover flashback. Boruto, listen closely. Even if Momoshiki happens to take over your consciousness, don't worry. I swear to stop you with all my strength, even if I have to kill you. And Boruto looks at him. That's what I'm prepared to do, as your teacher, since Naruto probably won't be able to. Boruto takes that in silently. Remember, this is Boruto now. Remember last time when we went to rescue Dad from Momoshiki? You let me your headband? And Sasuke just looks at him. Can I borrow it again? And Sasuke takes it out and hands it to him. And Boruto looks at it. It's valuable, so you better return it in person. And Boruto ties it. Yeah, it's a promise. And we see Boruto ready to join the fight. Oh boy. And so now we're back in the present, with Boruto right next to Isshiki. So what? What can a kid like you do? And Naruto calls out, Boruto! And Boruto, lunges at him. With, what is that? It's some kind of Amaterasu Rasengan looking thing? He has a little bit of black flame in his hand, and there's also black flame surrounding the two of them in a sphere of some kind. I'm not entirely sure what it's supposed to be. It takes Isshiki by surprise. And the two of them warp away. Oh, is that a little bit of... Oh, that's karma. That's the Momoshiki power. Because we see the next scene, Naruto, what the? That jutsu was just like the one Jigen used on me. How did Boruto... Naruto calls out to Sasuke. Hey Sasuke, what the heck's going on? It's what he was prepared to do. Come on, we need to follow Boruto's chakra. So the two of them have warped to some other world. Doesn't look to be the same one where they fought Boro. There are trees here. For a second there, I thought Mount Miyaboku, but there's no way, because the Karma Jutsu uses dimension transportation, and Mount Miyaboku is still on Earth, I'm pretty sure. But Isshiki looks around. Where is this place? And Boruto kind of looks up, exhausted, but still ready to fight. And how much of Momoshiki's karma and power can the brat use? And another portal appears behind him, with Naruto and Sasuke. Boruto, are you okay? Heh, what do you think? Not bad for doing it without practice, right? You can fight all out here. Naruto berates him. You fool! It could have gone so wrong. And Boruto tells the two of them, all you need to do now is take him down, though that's easier said than done. And Isshiki looks at the three of them, who are all geared up to stop him. Inferior creatures, you'll regret this soon enough. Next chapter hits September 18th. Alright, this is a really fun opening salvo of the Isshiki fight, which will presumably, if the time skip is coming, will be, I think, the final fight before the time skip. I can kind of see that happening. Whether or not that leads to Naruto and Sasuke's death, and Kawaki getting re-karma'd, or what it means, I don't know. But there's many ways the storyline can go, and I don't know them yet, so let's focus on what we have here now. The fight continues. Boruto's general, reliance on very taijutsu heavy, kinetic fight scenes, which is great. It's exactly what I want from a series. And the little bits of ninjutsu just kind of amplify the taijutsu. But, really the only jutsu we see in this chapter is Sukuna Hikuna, Transformation Jutsu, and Boruto warping them to the alternate dimension. Then Sasuke also doing the same thing, but still. This is very much, at this point, a taijutsu heavy fight. Which is, kind of Boruto's bread and butter, and it works really well. It's really fun to see. And yeah, it's another great Boruto fight. We also see a little bit of Boruto's fear of what's happening to him, which is going to be very important going forward. There's a part of me very curious about how that's going to tie into the flash forward, if the flash forward again, if we're supposed to treat that as canon at this point, which I'm not sure, because that's 4 years later, and he's still Boruto, presumably, or roughly 4 years later. But Sasuke seems to think that his transformation into Momoshiki could be very soon. So we'll have to see about that. There's a lot that's not quite known there yet, just because the exact timetable of karma extraction is very unknown, given that we have not... The only person we've seen it happen to had it happen over millennia. So yeah, we just don't really know. But yeah, then we have that great trick, that great callback to... It might specifically be a callback to when Sasuke did it against Momoshiki, given that it surrounds this very Momoshiki-heavy scene of Sasuke giving the headband to Boruto. But of course, longtime fans will know it as the Zabuza trick from way back in like chapter 20 of the original series. And yeah, with that, our trio are now in the alternate dimension where Naruto and Sasuke can go all out. And honestly, I'm not entirely sure how much Boruto is going to do here. Just because, you know, Boruto's line is, you can fight all out here, right? The you is the main thing I'm focusing on. And then all you need to do now is take him down. So, because, like, if Boruto is not helping out, then they don't really have anything to... They don't have any... Fuck, what's the word? It's just the same situation they were in with the Jigen fight, but they're even worse off, because Isshiki is stronger now that he's not stuck in Jigen's body. So yeah, I imagine Boruto will be taking at least a somewhat active role in this fight, even just because he has Momoshiki's power with him. But yeah, that's really all to say for this chapter. There's not a whole lot to dig into. It's just kind of starting the fight with Isshiki, which is going to be a great time, and I cannot wait to see where this fight goes from here. So I'm going to leave this video off here. Hope you'll enjoy the chapter and the video itself. If you did, feel free to drop me a like or subscribe, or, you know, do whatever makes you happy, you know? And remember, your life is your own, okay? Bye!